Hi there and welcome to Tech Tip Tuesday. My name is Jorge Ledesma, the EdTech Director, and I'm here to share with you a quick tip that's going to help make your life just a little bit easier. A few weeks ago I talked about group assignments in teams, but did you know that class policy also allows you to work with groups? That's what I'll be covering today. Let's go ahead and get started. So group mode is a feature that's not very well known in class policy because it's kind of hidden. But let me show you how to activate it and show you a couple of different ways that you could use it in your classroom. So the first thing you'll want to do is go ahead and log into class policy. Once you log in, you'll see your classes show up as tiles. You're going to want to go over to where it says selection mode, and you're going to want to flip that switch just by clicking on it. Now you're in edit mode. Now you're going to click on the class you want to create groups for. So in this case, I'm going to use my period 2 class. So once you're in edit mode, you have some options. The first option is add. You can click on that to add any students that are missing from your class. And if you have new students or you want to add a student that's not listed, please feel free to do so. Delete will remove students from your class, and group, that's what we want to focus on today. The last two options, please don't use those options. They don't really work with our system. So let's go ahead and click on group. Now the way group mode works in class policies is you have to create a specific list, and that list will contain the groupings. So if you're working on a particular project, then that project could be your group list. And you can create as many as you want. So let me go ahead and show you how this works. So I'm going to click on new, and I'm going to write the name of a project. It's called Bible Project. And now I get to add the amount of groups that I want. I have two choices. I can add them manually by clicking on the plus sign, or I can have class policy sort it out for me automatically. I can just designate the amount of groups I want and then click on view, and that's going to show me what the groups look like. I can then click on the individual group names to change them. Now if I wanted to do it manually, I could click on the plus sign and it would add a group, and then I would need to rename this group. Otherwise it won't let me add a new group until I rename it. So there it is. There's my group 1, and then I could just simply drag and drop my students into my group 1. And then I would click on the plus sign. Again, it's not going to let me add a new group until I rename the group that's been recently added. And you can name them whatever you want. And again, you just sort the students out until every student is assigned. All students need to be assigned. Now, I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to go ahead and have class policy auto group them. I want groups, I find 4 is a good size, and I'm not going to rename them. I like them just the way that they are. So now I just have to click on Save Changes. Now there will be one additional step you'll need to do once you save your changes. I'll show you what that is. I'm going to click on back here to return to the edit mode, and I'm going to click on group one more time, and you'll see my Bible project group list that I've just made. But above it, I have one for ASB students. So when I'm using test mode, I'll use a group mode to put ASB students in a group so that I can give them more time while I'm proctoring an exam versus the rest of the students who do not have extended time. Now, I need to tell class policy which group list I want activated. In this case, Bible Project has a check mark to it, which means that's what's activated. I could just click on the top one and now click activate, and now that group is activated. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to leave it on Bible Project and click activate. So now, if I go back again, I'm back in selection mode, which is a default mode, and I'm ready to start my class. So I'm going to click on my period 2 class, and class policy wants to know, do you want to use your multiple groups? And I'm going to click on yes. If I click no, class policy will just start as usual. So I'm going to click yes, and you'll notice that my groups are now up at the top. So each tab up here allows me to switch between the different groups. So some potential uses for group mode would be to monitor group work. You could quickly go between the groups and view the screens all together. You can send the group a message if you needed to. You can lock down maybe certain websites or maybe make available certain resources to one group and applications. You can also use it during exams. You can lock down a group in test mode while the other groups are not locked down. If you have a student taking extended time, what I like to do is put them in their own group. That way I can just have test mode activated for them, maybe a longer time than the rest of the class. Those are a few ideas, but I'm sure you can come up with more. If you need any help setting this up, by all means, feel free to reach out. I'd be glad to help you with it. That's been today's tech tip. We are going to be trying out a new class policy application. It's currently in beta, but if this is something that interests you, please feel free to reach out either through Teams or email. I'll be happy to connect you with the details. All right, that's been today's tech tip. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week.